Hey guys, welcome back. Bolt Spider here, and today we have a updated Scrap Orcust deck for post Burst of Destiny. Now, with this deck, we introduced two new cards, being the Rokket Caliber and Boral Code Dragon. Now, what do these two cards do? So, Boral Code Dragon first, it cannot be destroyed by card effects linked while link while a link monster points to this card. You can only use each of the following effects of Boral Code Dragon once per turn. At the start of the damage step, if this card that was linked summoned using 3 monsters as material battles an opponent's monster, destroy all monsters on the field. Then the second effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, banish 1 dark monster on the field with 3,000 or more attack, and if you do, special summon 1 topologic monster from your extra deck or graveyard. This is actually very great for getting stuff out like topologic Trisbinia or Zeraboros, and I really love the card, and it helps facilitate plays that you have with the deck, which is absolutely insane. Next, we have the card that checks every single box of what a card I always look for a deck. So this card is Rokket Caliber. You could special summon this card from your hand to zone a dark link monster points to. You can only special summon Rokket Caliber once per turn this way. You can tribute this card, special summon 1 dark, dragon, or machine monster from your hand except Rokket Caliber. You can only use this effect of Rokket Caliber once per turn. Whenever I look into an extender, I look at 4 to 5 things. Is it an extender? This is. Is it dark? Yes. Summons a dark dragon or a machine from hand. Check. And is it a tuner? It is a tuner. And the 5th one is it inherently important for a combo, piece, or anything? But this card is absolutely insane. But let's get into the card by card of what this deck has. First off, for the Orcust package, we have 1 World Legacy Wonder Wand, triple Orcust Nightmare, 2 Grisu the Orcust Mech Knight, and 2 Orcust Symbol Skeleton. So this ratio is a little off from what other people run. People usually have 2 Nightmare, 1 Brasmobard, triple Grisu, but I feel like Grisu is not as good as it once was, especially in a build like this, since we are running things like Scrap Raptor, Scrap Recycler, and I'd rather see those more than Grisu, which is sad. Is actually really sad to say. Then after that, we have a little Chaos Engine with Chaos Dragon Levianeer, Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, and White Dragon Wyverbuster. These are your 3 staple cards for the Chaos Engine, and you just keep recycling these. It's pretty insane at what it does. Then for the scrap package, we have the 1 Golem, triple Raptor, triple Recycler, and the 1 Rosenix. Very standard for how the deck is. After that, for the Rokket package, we have triple Caliber, triple Tracer, the 1 Rokket Recharger because you need a non-tuner Rokket monster compared to your 6 tuner Rockets, which is absolutely fine. Then the hand trap I chose is Ash Blossom, very staple of how the format is. I would have put more in, but there's too many moving pieces in the deck to put more into it. After that, for the Orcust spells and traps, we have Orchestrated Return, Orchestrated Babel, and Orchestrated Crescendo. So these 3 are always the same, and let's get into the rest. We have Foolish Burial. It's just another Grisu Scrap Recycler. Then we have World Legacy Succession to set off our Live the World Challenge or the World Keyblade Master. Triple Chaos Base to search our Black Dragon, White Dragon, and Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Triple Quick Launch because it's a very powerful card for the Rokket Engine. Boot Sector Launch to search off of our Striker Dragon, and the 1 Call by the Grave because we need hand trap protection in one way or another. Now for the extra deck, we have the 1 Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon. This card is essentially a dump fill graveyard and get one of your cards back to your hand. Most of the time you're going to be adding things like Rokket Caliber or Chaos Dragon Levianeer for an extender. Or you can even add things like a Rokket Tracer or a scrap card if you need. You can really grab, actually you can't really add scraps. Most of the time it's your Chaos stuff, your Calibers, your Tracers, or really any card outside of this whole line right here. After that, we have Double Ding Grisu. This card has always ceases to amaze me of how powerful it is and how much of a 2 of it is throughout time over the past 2 years that it's been out. Then we have the returning Topologic Zerovoros. This card is absolutely insane of how the card is. As if something is summoned to a Link Arrow, banish everything on the field. When it comes back, it gains 200 attack for each banished card. So in the late game, this card becomes very deadly, along with things like Boral Code Dragon. And if you banish this off of something like a Chaos Dragon Levianeer or a Chaos Ruler, you could just put it back and reuse it later. After that, we have Access Code Talker. This card is insane now with Boral Code Dragon, as you could just link up into Boral Code Dragon, extend with Rokket Caliber, go into Access Code, and have a 5300 attack monster. And we'll see in the combo in some replays what this deck actually does. Then we have the Appaloosa. We can actually make this within 6 summons, which is actually faster than before, which was 7 to 8. You can even summon it in 5 summons now, because we have Boral Code Dragon and Rokket Caliber, which is vastly better than what it used to be. And then we have the one Boral Code Dragon, a very powerful cover card. We still have the Nightmare Unicorn, the Lib, the World Key Blade Master, the Double Galatea, the Scrap Wyvern, IP Masquerena, the one Striker Dragon, and Link Kribo. You could put a Brass Bombard over the one Orcust Nightmare, but this is what I feel like I am comfortable with. So let's look at some replays. I do have 4 of them. Let's check out the ones that I tested against my friend Convict. He was playing the new Xing Xing archetype. So I believe I was going first, and I know someone out the recycler. He had no responses, so we get to see the full combo. Use Rosenix, summon out the Scrap River, and we set the Crescendo or the Quick Launch because we're not going to need it, because we're going to have a Libin Graveyard for our Black Dragon. We're going to summon back the Wyvern, summon out the Golem, pop the Quick Launch, Golem summons out the Recycler, and Recycler is going to send out the World Wand. Then we're going to link up for Lib. Lib is going to activate her effect, setting the World Legacy Succession, so we can go into the lovely Recycler again. I could have went into Golem for another material, but that's where I misplayed one. And this is where we summon out Appaloosa from the Scrap combo using Lib, Wyvern, and Black Dragon. Then we're going to chain one, the Striker Dragon, chain to the Black Dragon, and we get so much in hand. After this, we're going to summon out the lovely White Dragon, activate the Boot Sector, summon out our Rocket Tracer to go into Chaos Dragon, the Magical Dragon, and we grab a Rokket Caliber. This is where Caliber gets pretty insane, where you can just summon it to a Striker Dragon zone. You are going to boost it up by sending out a Grisu, one's going to banish, summon out the Nightmare, link those two away for Galatea. Then we get the Babble, that's completely fine. Striker Dragon's going to trigger grabbing back Caliber Dragon. Symbol Skeleton's going to summon out Grisu, we're going to dump a card. Then we go up into Ding, effect attach a material, which is a Symbol Skeleton. Then we go into a IP Masquerena and have a Chaos Ruler at the end phase. And we still have a Caliber in hand and a Nightmare, so we can go normal Caliber, special Nightmare. He's going to try and go Vishuda, grab others, draw 2, and tries to activate his Tactician, normal summons out the Moye. We're going to negate it, so all 3 of those negates are down. But he's going to enter battle phase, and we're going to go IP, shuffling back the Moye. Then we're going to Nightmare, dumping out a Grisu, which is completely fine. And this right here, Nightmare Unicorn, summon out Caliber, and we're going to try and do some Orcust plays and all of that. He tries to summon out the Sword Master, but we get to chain block it with Access Code Talker. Access Code Talker is a very powerful card, and it got boosted up by another 300. So far this deck is pretty good. After this, it is me and him again for game 2, and he gets to start off. He does his combo. He opens up double hand trap. Vasil sends out the level 6, grabs Ashara, goes up into Tenny. He really doesn't have much, so that's kind of a bummer. I know some Scrap Raptor, it gets hit by a Veiler. Then I'm going to chain the Quick Launch because it's a quick play, summoning out the Recharger. Since Raptor is a tuner, I tried to attempt to activate it, but I'm going to go into Cast Dragon, and we revealed off the top a Caliber. Activate Boot Sector Launch, summoning out Tracer and the Caliber after we summon out the token. And then we're going to use the Caliber Tribute, summon out Orcust Nightmare. We're going to link away for a Linkuriboh, go up into a Galate. Then we're going to use the Nightmare, send Wand, summon out the Nightmare with the Wand, use Galatea, shuffle back the Rose Nyx, setting the Babel. I wish I would have done that differently, but it's okay. Unicorn's going to shuffle back. We go into Access Code Talker for pretty much game. This deck is more Access Code Talker push, and I absolutely think it's amazing. Now, I do have a longer replay. I think it was this one right here, where we get into this interesting game state where I go first. He has nothing. I set up pretty much everything I can because I misplay here where I forget to set the climax, but that's absolutely fine since we can summon back the Recycler, use the Recycler, send the Wand, do this, and it's pretty much normal combo, which is insane. We summon back the Recycler, we go into a Nightmare, go into the Boral Code to summon out the Rokket Caliber. That is where it gets powerful. After that, we're going to go Striker Dragon. Okay, that's fine. We're going to pop it, grab back the Caliber, use Boot Sector, summon out both of these, go up into Appaloosa for free, boost the attack up for 400, which it doesn't really matter. We summon back out the Nightmare, link up for Galate, completely fine. This is where I should have popped the Boot Sector with Rocket Tracer, but that would have locked me into Darks, which is fine. But we go into Chaos Dragon, and then off the top we get a Grisu, which is really our only target. And one thing I found out, you can banish Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon, with Boral Code to summon out Zeraboros. Now, one thing about this new deck is very shocking about... It's just shocking. He summons out his Adahara, he goes into the Munkateni, banishing everything on the board. He just goes through his whole entire thing. He summons out Rudy Rose Dragon, and banishes everything and attack for 3,200. This is where the thing messed me over, where the Zeraboros just didn't summon back. That is a actual in-game bug where it doesn't summon back for some reason. And I try my best to get back to how I was, but it really didn't work out. But I did summon out the Ding, summoning out the Rudy Rose, sending it to the graveyard, and I try to push for as much damage as I could, but he Ghost Spells me, which is sad. So all I could get out was 2,600. But the fun part of this duel was this. He Null summons out the level 4. Summons out his token, go into the level 6. Level 6 chain level 2 search, and he gets to add 1 to the hand. He discards a 10E, summons out the 6 and a 4. This thing is 6,000 attack. This right here is a 6,000 attack monster because of its effect. And all minor is 0. Rudy Rose Dragon, and this card is pretty much game. And this is... the Xing Xing deck is a force to be reckoned with. So just watch out for what it does. But this has been my deck profile for the new Rokket Orcust deck. And if you guys did enjoy, hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more, please subscribe for future content as I upload every day at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But anyways, see you guys in the next video. Also, Discord link down in the description and Twitter down in the description below. But anyways, see you guys in the next video.